So a very good morning to all of you. So today we are going to perform the fourth experiment. So we have completed three experiments. The first experiment was the different gates, implementing different gates using PLC. The second experiment was traffic light controller. The third experiment is dual starter. So we have completed these three experiments. So total we need to complete at least 10 experiments so that we can fulfill the requirement of your GTU. So today we are going to start the fourth experiment. So today we are going to start with the different types of timers. So how many type of timers are there in PLC? Waiting for your answers. How many types of timers are there in PLC? Yes, Bhavik. भाविक,
Yes, sir.
कितने टाइप के टाइमर्स होते हैं? This question has been multiple times asked in your GT examination, so you should know how many types of timers are there and how they are going to be used. Jason, Jason, Jason,
Yes, sir.
कितने टाइप के टाइमर्स हैं? You can see the screen and you can answer it.
Yes, sir.
स्क्रीन पे लिखा है कितने टाइप के टाइमर्स है PLC में.
Three.
थ्री टाइप के टाइमर्स है. नाम याद है?
हम्म, सर एक तो रिटेंटिव है सर, एक याद है बस।
हाँ. दूसरा ऑन डिले टाइमर.
हाँ, डिले टाइमर।
दूसरा ऑफ डिले टाइमर. एंड थर्ड वन इज retentive time. So these three timers are there. So this is known as T on. This is known as T off. So TR, retentive timer. So these three timers are there. So today we are going to see the various kind of things can be done by these timers and how they are performing and what is the architecture of this timer. So what are the different bits and all those things we are going to see. So we will start with the on delay timer. So we are having three types of timers: on delay timer, off delay timer, and retentive on timer. So RTU. So these three timers are there. So first we will start with on delay timer. So its symbol is this one. Okay. Now in this timer, what are the various components are available? So first we will see that. So first component is timer, or you can say the timer number. So here, if you see, first we will discuss about the different bits, and then we will see the different values. So for here, the first thing is preset. So what is preset?
So it holds the value before the done bit is active.
Okay. First thing is a user defined integer value. So you are going to define this value. So always the value of preset will be defined by you. Second thing, it is used to control the period of timer. Here one thing is missing, that is time base. So we usually define the time base So the time base is which shows the scale of timer. So whether it is multiplied by 0.1 second, or it is having 1 second delay, or it is having 10-second delay. So what will be your time base? That will be defined. So it will be always above the preset. Then we are having an accumulator. So it shows, or it displays the counting value of timer. So these are the three, or first one is timer number. So I will also specify the timer number. The timer file name, file number it shows. Which is always T4, column 0. It will start from 0 and it ends up to T4 255. So total 8-bit registers are there. So it can hold the value from 0 to 255. So maximum will be 255, minimum will be 0. So you can specify on the first here T40, T41, T42. Second will be your time base, where you can select the time base by 0, 0.1, 0.1, 1, 10. So these three variables are there. So in some PLC it is there, in some PLC it is not there. Third is preset. So if it is not there, it has to be assumed that the timer is running at the 1 second. So its time base is 1 second. Now the second is your accumulator. So accumulator will show the current display count, or current count of your timer. So it is running at 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second. That will be shown on the accumulator. And the first, the timer has written, so this will show the timer file name. So it is either timer 0, timer 1, or timer 2, or timer 255. So these values will be there. So just we will see on the Logix Pro. So we can, so here the timer is there. So first timer we will select T on. So here the T on timer is there. So first will be the timer number. So here you need to specify. So you can specify from 20 to 255. Any value you can, sorry, up to 99 you can take any value. Other for other purpose. So up to 99 you can take any value. So 100 timers are there in RS Logic. Or if you take the another Allen Bradley software, so they can have more number of timers in your PLC. Now second is time base or preset. You can specify here 250. So this 250 says that 250 multiplied by 0.1. So it will run for 25 seconds. Okay. So that will be there. Now we will talk about the number of bits which is present in this timer. So first is your enable bit. So when enable bit is high, एनेबल बिट कब हाई होगा, तो क्या फंक्शन है? हेलो। भाविक, भाविक, भाविक। So this bit will go high when this rung goes high. So say for example this timer, if you look at this timer now, if I place one input here and just I will go for the simulation in IO simulator. Now in IO simulator, just I place a number here. Okay. So now we will run this program and I will show you when the enable bit will be high for this case. Now if I run, now the enable bit will be low. So whenever you press this switch, once the zero number switch, this rung will go high. This line will go high. So if this line is 1, then enable is 1. So you can see there the enable will become high. So until this button has been pressed, it will remain high. So if you don't release it, it will be high. So this will indicate that the timer rung is high right now. So after the completion of the timer also, it will be high. It is not going to be low. So we can see if I have pressed this button and the timer has completed its operation, although the enable bit is high. So enable bit will be high whenever this line is going to be high. So that is the function of enable bit. So it will be high when your rung goes high. So that will be the enable bit. Now the second bit is done bit. So this bit, so here you can say status bit. This bit will be high when your accumulator value is equal to or greater than प्रीसेट वैल्यू। ये बिट तब हाई होगी जब आपका एक्यूमुलेटर की जो वैल्यू है वो प्रीसेट वैल्यू से ज्यादा होगी, तो इट विल बी हाई एट दैट टाइम। So just I will show you that part also. So this timer is not going to be reset by itself. So I have switched off the program. So now we are again going to run this program. Now, if you run this program, you can see right now your done bit is low. So there is no yellow color in your done bit. So see it carefully. Now, when the value of preset will be equals to 250, then your done bit will become high. Now you can see the done bit is high because your preset value will become equal to the accumulator value. So now if both are equal, then your done bit will be high. So that is the use of done bit. Now there is the internal bit which is not shown here. So that is here you can see we are having a TT bit. So it is known as timing bit. So third bit is timing bit, that is TT. So it will be high when your accumulator value is less than preset value. So these are the three status bits. So if in your examinations, if you are asked explain different timers or explain timers in PLC, so you need to write at least this much information for one timer, and then you have to add example. So you can add this example. And then you can explain if so it is going to perform this expression. So first, if you press the I1 colon 0, then the timer will be enabled and it starts, and the accumulator value when it reaches up to 250, then done bit is high. Before that, TT bit is high. So you need to explain the operation of this line. So here, this timer will generate a delay of 25 seconds. How it is 25 seconds? 250 multiplied by 0.1. So just if I specify 250 is your accumulator value and multiplication is your time base. So you need to write up to this point if you have asked the timer. Now Same way, we will move to the retentive delay timer. Now, here there is a problem. So just I will show you what is the problem with this timer. If the rung goes low accidentally, the timer will be stopped or it will reset itself. So just I will show you what is happening here. So now it is pressed, so you can see the timer is running. So by mistake, I have released the switch. So you can see the timer has been reset. So the accumulator value has become 0. So that is the problem with this kind of timer. So with the help of retentive timer, you can remove these obstacles. So now in place of a T on, you can add retentive timer, RT1. So first, same thing, you need to specify the name. We will specify the retentive value. Now this timer will work same as on timer. Just the difference is that if your rung goes low by mistake, then it will not return to 0, or you can say the timer will be not resetted. So it will be hold the value of your accumulator at that point only. So if you run this here, now I have reached up to 16 and by mistake I have released the rung. Now you can see the accumulator value here is 16. It is not become 0, or the retentive timer has not reset. So where you need to hold the values of your timer, there you can use the retentive timer. But there is again limitation of the retentive timer. This timer cannot be reset itself. So you need to reset the timer using reset function. So on the another line, you have to add a reset. So here in the reset, you need to specify the value of timer and then condition of it. So here I am using done bit. So just I will see the value from here. Now, whenever done bit goes high, it will reset the timer. So when it completes the process or it completes the count or it have generate the delay of 25 seconds, then it will be resetted again. So this will be this counter this the timer will be running in a loop. So it will continue to run for a 25 seconds until you switch off the machine. So we will see that whether it is working or not. Okay, I have taken 30 bit. It should be done bit. So you can see here the timer has restarted again from the 0. So if you stop the process, it will retain its accumulator value. It will not become 0. So that is the difference between retentive timer and T-on timer. So all the other information what we have written in the on timer, that is the same for retentive timer. So here you can see the operation of a timer. So this is the first rung condition. So rung condition is high for this period. So enable bit will be high when the rung condition is true. So this will be high. This is the timing bit. So timing bit will be high when your timer starts. So timer starts for a period, then your timer or this rung condition goes low. So timing bit will always go low because it will be high only when enable will be high or your timer is running. Then only your timer bit will be high. Again, timer bit will be high when the rung condition becomes true. Now it has completed the timing operation. So here you can see the accumulator value. So it is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it reach up to 8. So 8-second timer we have set. So it has completed the operation. So this is the total delay. Then after the TT bit will go low. So TT bit will go low and your done bit will become high because your accumulator value has become increased to the preset value or equal to the preset value. So this is your preset value. So when this condition is true, then the operation has been completed. So this is the process where, so you can draw the diagram, this diagram for the explanation purpose. Now in the second case, if you use the retentive timer, what will be the difference? In the retentive timer, here the timer will reach 0, 1, 2 up to 3. So it will not start from 0. If it is a retentive timer, it will start from 3 only. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will come up to 8. So this is the difference between retentive timer. If it is there, just I will show you. Retentive timer is not there. Right? So on delay, off delay timer. So let me take from here only. So if this is your timer, so what will be the difference in the figure? So other part of figure will remain same. Now here it will not start from 0. So that is the difference. It will start from 3 only. So wherever you have left the operation, it will start from there. So that is the difference. So just a minute. So this is the difference between your retentive timer and on timer. So now we move to the last timer, which is off timer. So the operation, the bit information will remain same. So the enable bit will indicate that T of timer, T of instruction is enabled. So whenever this rung will high, the enable bit will be high. The done and TT bit, the T timing bit indicates that timing operation is in process. So your timer is running. So that is shown. Done bit shows that your timer has been completed the operation. So the done bit changes whenever your accumulator value reaches the preset value. It will be also same, the accumulated value, preset bit, all the other information will remain same. Just what is the difference between the on timer and off timer? Here, if the run condition is false, then this timer is running. So if your run condition is true, so it is 1, enable bit will be 1. When enable bit will go, your timer bit or TT bit is going to be high, or you can say your timer will start. So your timer will be start and it will reach up to here. So after this, your run condition has become true. So timer has been resetted. So again, the timer has been started and it goes up to this point. So it's completed, it's reached up to its preset value. So once it is reached to its preset value, then done bit goes low. So the operation is almost reversed as compared to the T on time. So in T on time, TT bit will be high when your timer is running. So when your or your timer is incrementing. So here you can see here the timer, whenever the timer is incrementing, then TT bit will be high. Otherwise, it is low. But the done bit will be high, always high. The done bit will go low when it completes the operation. So just we will see that thing. So first we will replace this timer by T of timer. Now if run goes true, it will nothing going to be happen. Now accumulator is at 0. So that means accumulator cannot run. So accumulator value you need to specify some value. So just we will specify some value 500, like 500. So first you need a register which should transfer the value of accumulator. Now if you run, okay, so here the reset is there, so that's why problem is there. So now you can see enable and done bit is high. Now whenever you release this button, then your accumulator will start or your is going to start. So whenever your run condition is false, then and then accumulator will be goes high and done bit will go low when it completes the operation. When it reaches to 250. Once it reaches to 250, it will go low. So here the operation, or you can say the value, the whenever preset value is less than accumulator, then done bit is high and it will be high whenever, and TT bit will be high when it is completing that operation. So just I will show you how where TT bit is high.
So तो enable on नहीं हुआ ना?
एनेबल तो ऑन होगा ही ना, एनेबल तभी ऑन होगा जब ये लाइन हाई होगी, एनेबल लो में नहीं हाई होगा। जैसे यहाँ पर आपने चालू किया तो अभी एनेबल नहीं चल रहा है, लेकिन एनेबल वन होगा जब आप इस लाइन को वन करोगे, और जैसे ही रिलीज करोगे उसके बाद एनेबल जीरो हो जाएगा, लेकिन डन बिट हाई हो जाएगा। एनेबल का फंक्शन सेम है दोनों में, ना उसमें कोई डिफरेंस है ना इसमें कोई डिफरेंस है, सिर्फ डन बिट और टीटी बिट का डिफरेंस है।
Okay.
नाउ यू कैन सी टीटी एंड डन बिट आर हाई टुगेदर इन दिस केस। वहां पर दोनों हाई नहीं होते थे, टीटी बिट कब हाई, टीटी बिट जब लो जाएगा तब डन बिट हाई होता था। यहाँ पर उल्टा है, यहाँ दोनों एक साथ है। So this is all about the three timers. So just you need to once you write one timer, you will able to write all those timers. तो आपको एक ही टाइमर याद रखना है, बाकी टाइमर तो आप खुद से ही लिख सकते हो। तो पहला टाइमर आपने लिखा, तीनों टाइमर आपको वही सेंटेंसेस कॉपी करने हैं, सिर्फ आपको चेंज जहां पर आएगा वो बता देना है। तो रिटेंटिव टाइमर में तो सेम है, उसमें तो कोई चेंज नहीं होगा, थ्योरी में तो कोई चेंज नहीं होगा, सिर्फ फिगर में चेंज होगा। तो यहाँ पे फिगर में क्या चेंज होगा, ये जो जीरो से स्टार्ट हो रहा है ये जीरो से नहीं होगा, वो थ्री से स्टार्ट होगा जब आप दोबारा टाइमर हाई गया। फिर अगेन इसमें कहाँ कहाँ पे चेंजेस होंगे, प्रीसेट की वैल्यू सेम है, टाइम बेस सेम है, एक्यूमुलेटर सेम है, टाइमर नंबर सेम है, एनेबल बिट भी सही है, डन बिट। तो हियर द डन बिट विल बी हाई व्हेन एक्यूमुलेटर वैल्यू इज इक्वल्स टू और ग्रेटर देन preset value, but equal to or less than preset value. It will be high when accumulator value less than preset value. So this condition, now this condition is true. Now if you don't want to write in the terms of accumulator and preset, so whenever the timer is running, the done bit is high, the tt bit is high. Whenever it completes the operation, the done bit is high. तो अगर आपको वैसे नहीं लिखना, अगर इस तरीके से लिखते हो तो चलेगा। Then you have to draw this figure. इस फिगर से ही पता चलेगा कि वो कब हाई जा रहा है और कब लो जा रहा है। So you need to draw the figure or this figures for on and off timer, अदर के लिए बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है। So this is off delay timer. जीटीयू में क्वेश्चन रहता ही है, मतलब हमेशा ये जीटीयू में ऐसा एक बार भी नहीं हुआ कि ये टाइमर पर से क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ है। तो एवरी टाइम दे आर आस्किंग द क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द टाइमर, एक्सप्लेन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ टाइमर्स इन पीएलसी। तो किसी को अभी भी डाउट है कि कितने टाइप के टाइमर्स हैं और किस तरीके से वर्क करते हैं? हेलो एवरीवन, सब जाग तो रहे हैं ना कि सो रहे हैं? राहुल, आर यू देयर?
Yes, sir.
So now any doubt about timers?
No, sir.
So you can write timers in examination.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so always there will be a question, or if they are going to ask the MCQ questions also, there will be so much questions can be asked from this part, because यहाँ से आपको questions बनेंगे ही बनेंगे कि retentive timer कब high होगा, or what will be the next count of your retentive timer. If it is gone, by mistake your line goes low. So this kind of question can be asked in your MCQ examination. Okay, so now this lab has been completed. So now I will tell you what you need to do in the this experiment. So I will share this Word file. So here all the things has been written. Just you need to explain one of the examples. So one of the examples I have taken here. Same way you have to take two another examples for retentive timer and T off timer. So अच्छा, कोई मेरे को ये बता सकता है टी ऑफ टाइमर कब यूज करेंगे? कोई एक एप्लीकेशन जहाँ पे टी ऑफ टाइमर यूज हो रहा हो? Can anyone tell me that where you can use the T of timer? So everyone now will able to download and edit this file. So T of timer हम कहाँ पे यूज करते हैं? से फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई फर्नेस है, उसका कूलिंग टाइम है 30 सेकेंड, तो आपको वो 30 सेकेंड के लिए बंद रखना है. तो वहां पर आपको जब बंद करना है तब वो काउंट करना है कि ये 30 सेकेंड के लिए बंद हो गया है. देन यू हैव टू अगेन स्विच ऑन द फर्नेस. So there we are using the T of timers. So mostly the T of timer will be used, but the T of timer will be used whenever you want to count when you have completed the operation or your all machinery goes low. तो आप जब भी मशीन बंद होगी और वो टाइमर चलना चाहिए, आपको बंद टाइम पे जब काउंट करना है तब वो टाइमर आ जाएगा. So now for next 1 hour you can complete the lab manual and you can submit. Previous lab manual भी किसी ने submit नहीं किया है, किसी के आए हैं. 1 or 2 students have sent me. The other student has not sent me the all three experiments. So today what you can do, within 1 hour you can complete all those first three and these four experiments and you can submit. Okay, so four will be completed and we need to complete six. So last two will be the theory experiments, or you can say the study experiments will be there. So we are not going to perform somewhere. So eighth, robotics configuration, and ninth, robotic efforts. So these two are the study experiments, and before that we need to complete. So in the next lab we are going to conduct about the different types of mathematical operators and or no and mathematical and logical operators. So multiply, division, add, subtract, then and or not, these type of different operation we are going to see. So this is all about the next lab. So now you can go and you can complete the lab 4. So lab 4 you can complete and you can submit today. तो अगर कोई डाउट है तो आप पूछ सकते हो, otherwise I have given the file to you, so you can complete those file at that point. किसी को दिक्कत है कंप्लीट करने में? कोई, आपको सिर्फ एक एक स्नैपशॉट्स लगाने हैं, वन स्नैपशॉट फॉर टी ऑफ टाइमर एंड वन स्नैपशॉट फॉर रिटेंटिव टाइमर, एंड यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन द ऑपरेशन, ये वो क्या कर रहा है. Maximum 4 lines, don't exceed than that, and then you have to write the conclusion. हो जाएगा अभी? हेलो.
हाँ सर, करते हैं.
ओके, अगर कोई डाउट हो तो फोन करना, तो वी विल डू दैट कि हाँ क्या करना है. ऐसे तो सब है ही एक्सपेरिमेंट में, आपको